This is Optimal Living Daily, episode 181, Overcoming Self-Doubt by Ryan Nicodemus of theminimalist.com. And I'm Justin Malik. If you're new here, this is a podcast where I read to you from some of the best blogs covering personal development, minimalism, really anything to help you optimize your life. And this whole week is different than usual because, frankly, I need some time to recover from an emotionally tough week that started in Sunday's episode. But I'm feeling a lot better with so much kindness from my old friends. By that, I mean OLD friends, Optimal Living Daily friends. That's you. I received a ton of amazing messages from you, and it means the world to me. I mean, if you've been listening to this podcast for more than a couple of episodes, then you are a friend to me. Seriously, we have a lot in common if this content is interesting to you, or if you're able to listen to my voice for 5 or 10 minutes every day. Only a friend could do that. A lot of friends can't listen that well, and a lot of my personal friends honestly don't have that much in common with me. They wouldn't even care about this content or want to listen to this podcast, and that's fine. But if you like this type of material, then I'm sure we're similar in a lot of ways. So hopefully you do consider me a friend, and feel free to reach out to me whenever you like for any reason. Don't think that I'm too busy or it'll bother me or something like that, because it won't. Anyway, like I mentioned, this whole week is a little unusual because this is a sort of break for me. I'm playing clips that I previously recorded just because it doesn't feel right to narrate right now. And the Minimalists have been kind enough to let me play clips from their book, Essential, that I previously recorded. It's great content and stuff that I'd typically read to you anyways. It's just a little different in that the whole week is featuring them. And like I said, the reading is previously recorded. So with that, here's an excerpt from their book, Essential, to help you optimize your life. Overcoming Self-Doubt by Ryan Nicodemus. There used to be this side of me that questioned every action I took, every word I spoke, every thought I had. I believed everything that occurred in and around my life was because of my actions, especially when it came to how other people felt about me. I thought I was in total control of other people's emotions. My words and actions determined if they were happy, sad, angry, or discontent. I eventually realized I was not in control of how others felt. Not 100% in control anyway. But how could I tell the difference between when I did and I didn't have control over how others felt toward me? Let's examine two extreme examples. Imagine I meet someone and give him a hug. This expression of kindness and love typically translates to just that, kindness and love. Now imagine I meet someone else and say, "Man, those skinny jeans make your butt look big." I would never say that, but this action translates, without a doubt, into something completely different. Let's assume in the latter example my intentions were somehow good. Perhaps I was attempting, inarticulately, to tell the person those jeans were simply not flattering. Irrespective of my intentions with either action, each one will draw a different response. The trouble I run into is when my actions are filled with good intentions, but the person interprets my actions in a different way. When this happens, I often sit and ask self-loathing, degrading questions. What did I do wrong? How did they misunderstand me? Why am I such a moron? And I blame myself for being misunderstood. Here's where I really confuse myself. Sometimes I lay in bed at night recounting my day and I suddenly recognize I could have approached a situation differently. Other times, I lay in bed and realize I couldn't have possibly been any clearer, kinder, or more considerate, which leads to even more negative self-talk. People just don't understand you. You're weird and people don't get you no matter how hard you try. If you acted differently, maybe that person would like you. We all care about how others view us, sometimes too much. It used to be one of the only things that mattered to me, but I've been able to break this habit. I've been able to feel confident no matter how people treat me. I've been able to stop giving a damn about what people who don't like me think. This is how I did it. First, I had to recognize the language I use, the way I talk to myself, is crucial. When I experience negative emotions, it's easy to beat the hell out of myself with my words and perpetuate negative thoughts. This never does any good. Negative self-talk is demoralizing and destructive. So I found new questions to ask myself. I found new ways to talk to myself. I came up with different questions. Instead of disempowering questions, I now ask myself 5 clarifying questions. Did I have good intentions? Did I do my best to communicate the message? Was I as genuine as possible? Was I honest in the message I was communicating? Did I consider the other person's feelings before I spoke? These questions help me determine, in a non-destructive way, if I need to rethink my approach. If I can answer yes to those 5 questions, then I needn't feel remorse or confusion about why the other person did not understand my intentions. If I cannot answer yes, I explore new ways to communicate my message differently. Second, I had to tame my cynical side. Instead of destructive language, I now say things like, Ryan, not everyone is judging you. Sometimes people have a hard time accepting the truth, good or bad. Their misunderstandings do not make them or me wrong or bad. It was just a misunderstanding. Maybe the next time you see that person, they'll be in a different mood and see things in a new light. You can't make everyone see your point of view or where you're coming from. When I don't agree with someone or when someone doesn't agree with me, it doesn't make them wrong or bad. It makes them who they are. It doesn't make me crazy or a moron. It makes me who I am. As much as I'd like to find a connection with everyone, it isn't realistic. Ultimately, the only person's expectations I must meet are mine. You just heard Overcoming Self-Doubt by Ryan Nicodemus of theminimalist.com. Please show The Minimalist some love since they're showing me love by letting me share this whole book with you. Again, that's the book Essential, which you can get over at theminimalist.com. And they actually have 4 books, all well worth the money, so check those all out. As for me, you can find me at oldpodcast.com. From there, you can contact me, join my mailing list if you want to get a bunch of free stuff and hear from me once a week, and be entered to win a book by The Minimalist every month. Or you can also contribute to the show financially. All of that can be done at oldpodcast.com. So please visit whenever you have some free time. And thank you for listening. Again, you are a friend of mine. I want you to know that, and I appreciate you taking the time to listen. And if there's anything I can help you with, don't hesitate to get in touch. I'll see you tomorrow with another clip from Essential, where your optimal life awaits.